Hey, what's up guys? It's Team Hard Life Captain Alberto Zertuche here. Happy New Year! It's 2019. It's off to a great start for some. Others where, you know, it's a new year. Wanted to start off this year with a little deal on gaffs. The reason for is because one of our customers brought in a gaff for us to sharpen up, or actually just attach a rope and stuff like that. However, after inspecting the gaff, the points aren't set correctly on this gaff. And the bad thing about doing that is if you're trying to gaff a fish, you don't want to exert a lot of energy, because what you can do is when it comes up, it'll actually push the fish off the gaff. So if you can bring it to where it barely slips up and it sticks through the fish in one shot, it'll actually ensure that you don't have to worry about the fish popping off the gaff. So with this gaff, as you can tell, some look almost rounded, others actually have 4 sides. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put a knife edge on the inside, so that way it's basically a tri-cut. And on a tri-cut, it'll allow for quick and easy penetration of the point into the fish. Normally, the only fish that they gaff out here are kings, jacks, stingrays, and bait fish kind of deal, or the fish they intend on keeping. So follow along as we fix up this gaff for our customer. We're going to actually attach a chain to it as well, and a rope, and we're going to do the back braid for the rope and put it on, and here we go with the gaff. Get a quick view of what the points look like. Alright, so these are the points that are currently on there. As you can tell, it's not very good. You can actually see the tip of the point is actually very dull. So we're going to do that. And this one, I started on it already. As you can see, there's a nice clean edge on that side and a clean edge on that side. And then the back side is still rounded, but I'm going to go ahead and fix that up. But that's actually one of the best ones out of this whole gaff right now. As you can see, this one, you know, looked like it was done with a grinder or a file of some sort. And let's go ahead and get it fixed up for them, because yeah, this is pretty bad. Will be either up on a pier or a high bridge. Now the deal with those is you have to take in consideration the wind blowing against you and your ability to either get it on the back side of the handrail if you're on the pier, or if you're on a bridge, then there's other ways that you can use the gaff, and we can put those stories out later. But right now our main concern is getting this gaff ready for the season. Granted, it's going to be several months away to springtime before the kings come back. But right now we got actually cold, windy weather, which is more for the big black drum, bull red, and your sandbar sharks and so forth. So let's get started. Yeah. As you can tell, there's a little bit of a burr on the back side, but I'm going to clean that up. But you can see now I've got a nice knife edge on the inside, where the back side is kind of curved still from them messing with it incorrectly. So, but those are the points now. A lot better. Oh yeah. So, here we go. Next step. So, let's see if we can get this. That's almost our finish edge. You can see a lot better on both sides. Cleaned up the backside a little bit where that burr was normally right there. Still, these are pretty hot. Yep, a little better. Yeah, this one was a little trickier because they actually have 4 sides to it, and you can see where I need to, where I cleaned it up a little bit. So, yep. You want to go get lunch?
I expect you just have thread underneath it too.
Yeah. More than likely. Especially if they have it set up like that. Yeah. That wasn't a boat rod.
Yeah. It's clean though, right?
Mm-hmm. And actually, I think I know whose that is. I can send a picture, take a picture of it and I'll find out.
It's too late. I got it.
No, I know. But more than likely, I know the guy who rented it. And if it is, he'll be able to confirm exactly what it is.
Just by the wrap, right?
The what?
By the wrap.
Yeah.
Tyler?
Do you want this?
No. This shit's getting everywhere.
Yeah. Trash it.
Is it gonna be Tyler or what?
Fuck no. Yes.
Oh, so I've been practicing with the knife sharpener. Now look. Feel that one.
Damn.
I didn't burn the tip off. I've been messing with it. It's sharp, right? I was gonna get a butter knife and turn it into a sharp edge. Yeah, it's sharp.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good right there.
Try opening it? Yep.
This might be something right here.
Hmm?
that this? Okay.
It's basically a braid, a back braid. What I'm doing is putting the tape here because as I'm pushing it through my chain link, it keeps wanting to open up. I don't want it to keep going. And the parts that didn't get any on it. Alright guys, so there's my back braid, and some people will cut these off to leave them clean. I can put some tape on here and make it look real clean, which I intend on doing, but I'm going to see if I have some heat shrink so I can place over it, and that will take care of that. I didn't bring my knife.
This one.
Oh, jeez. God dang, dude.
See this guy?
This freaking is so much behind it and almost split the knife out of the thing, dude. Was that a Benchmade or what?
Yeah.
I was saying that thing's got a strong spring on it.
Thanks! Gotcha! Alright, so now what we're also doing is we're upgrading the chain as well from this was the chain that was originally on it, and we're going to go ahead and go with stainless. Yeah. Oh, just barely. Well, I figure I'll go ahead and attach the tubing because I've got this slight eerie feeling that I may stab myself. So go ahead and add the protection end of the tubes. Continue on doing this. Ready? So, now that we've used pressure to get it through, because these links are obviously too small for this link right there, but we got it to work. And now, when he's ready to use, he'll obviously pull these off to get to his points. However, oof, that was almost it right there. That was close. Alright, what I need to do is find a way to keep these attached so he can disconnect them and they don't fall away when he's on the gaff and not losing his parts. So now that we've got our chain attached, and we had to use 2 links on each side, and the reason I did that is because normally you can disconnect the chain and just go straight to here if you don't need it. But on the heavier windy days, it does help because you can leave the gaff further into the water without worrying about their teeth hitting your rope and cutting it off. So I've actually seen where sharks or kingfish will actually cut the rope, and there goes, you know, very expensive gaff. Okay, so now that we've got our hoses on our gaff as well, I want to find a way to attach them to here, so that way when he detaches them, they're not sitting on the pier and somebody accidentally kicks them over and you got an exposed gaff. Now granted, once it's on the pier, normally we leave them exposed, but during transportation you want to have some kind of protection on it, or when you're working on it like I was. So let me get started on that. Alright, so now when he's ready to gaff a fish, back up a little bit, you can pull these off. And they can hang up underneath the gaff, so while it's in the water, he can gaff his fish, and then when he's done, pull this off, cover his points again, and we got a safe item now. So that's our gaff lesson for today. Maybe we'll go out on the pier and gaff some fish during kingfish season. For right now, it's just prepping all the gear for fishing when we can get back out there and do it. I mean, now's the best time to do it on the downtime. However, we're going to keep doing our other fishing, which is big black drum, bull reds, and still shark. You got to find the windows where I can take all the recording gear and come with me so you can actually hear what's going on instead of me playing music all the time. It's awesome to hear the reels run when they go to scream. So, just a side note too. Here you go. On our page, as of today, we're at 1,669 subscribers. That means we need 231 more. Yes, 231. I had to think about my math there for a second. We need 231 more subscribers to get to the 2,000 mark. As soon as we can get that, we can get this real giveaway done and set up for whoever wins. I mean, you know, so if y'all are holding back and you haven't gotten your friends to subscribe, you need to do so. They're missing out, you're missing out, because, you know, I gotta hit 2,000 subs before I can give away this rod and reel combo or an 80 avet. Who doesn't want to win free gear? I was trying to say it 2 times as fast. It wasn't coming out just right. So, again, thank you. Happy New Year again. Hope y'all had a happy and safe one. See you on the next one.